Hi friends. I finished another object this weekend. I don't know if I told you anything about actually knitting with this yarn from my Yarnier subscription. But it is boucle, at least that's what I'm calling it. I've never knit with boucle. It's really hard to knit with. On the cuff here, you have a knit to purl to thing going on. But it's kind of hard to see what the stitches are because the yarn is so nubby. But I finally finished them today. They didn't take long. And then I bought these very thin gloves to put underneath on cold days, or very cold days. Usually I just like my fingers free, but if it's very cold, I'm going to need something else. And they have these little, I don't know what you call them, but on the thumb and the finger, you can actually tap on your phone. Normally with gloves, your phone will not be able to sense your fingertip. But with these special little dealios, you can do that. So anyway, super excited to get these done because as you know, I've been all about finishing projects lately. So I think I only have one outstanding project besides the one that I'm currently working on. The outstanding project is a linen stitch scarf that I started many years ago, and then I quit. But I still have everything in a basket somewhere. So maybe I'll get that out one of these days and tell you about that. But the mitts are done. I don't think I'd ever buy this type of yarn because it is hard to work with, but it is very unique. I'm glad I did it. And it, for certain projects, it would be perfect. But yeah, it's just very textured, which makes it tricky to work with. I wanted to talk about something that happens in small towns. And maybe I don't know if it's because I live in a small town or because I know people that work at the library, but let me know if this happens where you live. So every now and then I get a notice that I have a book at the library. I do not remember ordering this book at all. Maybe I did a long time ago. I really have no idea. But I'm guessing that someone that works at the library thought that I would like this book, or a patron at the library suggested that they order the book for me. I don't know, because I don't remember ordering the book, but it looks good. Yeah, so anyway, it's just a funny thing. I know it happens to friends of mine in town. It doesn't happen to me often, but it has happened to me. So thank you if you ordered this book for me. And if I ordered it months ago, well, what a surprise. So I'll read it. But I just thought it was a funny thing. I also need to give a big shout out to my neighbor that works at the library, who called me to remind me this book was sitting there for me and then dropped it off on his way home. I'm kind of spoiled. Thanks. Something else very exciting is happening in the next week. This fridge was here when I bought the house, 11 years ago? I've been trying to figure out how old it is. It's a Gibson, which I guess they stopped making in the mid-80s, around between 1986 and the mid-90s somewhere. So it's probably 30 years old at least. I really don't know. I haven't found the serial number on it yet. But anyway, it works, but it's old, and it makes a loud pop now and then, which I guess is normal. But it doesn't have an ice maker, and I want to replace it before it dies. So getting a brand new one next week, and I'm super excited. It was covered in photos and poems and various magnets, but I've cleared it off, and I need to take everything off the top. I don't know where those things are going because the new one's taller. But anyway, glad to kick this one to the curb, and consumers will give me $50 for it. So I'm making money, not spending money.